Okay, what we have here is a Bedini SG. It's John Bedini SG, standing for schoolgirl. He taught this circuit to his neighbor for a science fair. She was 10 years old. She won the science fair, and science teachers were pissed off because they couldn't figure out how it worked. Okay, so what we're doing is making the 3-book series available to you. It's got all the theory in it, as well as circuits, a lot of tips how to do this. This is the first one we're featuring. It's got a little transistor right here. That's the, in fact, here's the circuit right here. It's a circuit. You find that on in John Bedini's books. So all over the internet. That's the, 8099. Anyhow, another feature of this, these are neodymium magnets. We put enough magnets on the, these are welding rods inside here. Again, this is all in the book on how to build this stuff. This helps, this is one of my tricks. It's taught me other people on YouTube. This helps reset the core, magnetic core, as well as eliminate some of the drag on the magnets here. These are skateboard magnets, 5/16 bearings inside her. If you can find a 1/4 inch, that's even better because there should be less friction on it. But either way, get yourself a skateboard with the bearings. You can get that on Amazon. We got a link on some of our videos and stuff here. This video should have a link on it. These are countersunk neodymium magnets, north side facing out. And we have a Allen head bolt holding these 4 magnets into the rubber skateboard wheel. And then we wrap it with like 5 turns of filament tape you pack boxes with. You got a little slight air gap down here. We get as close as we can before it touches. These have got to be aluminum angles here. You don't want to put steel. You can use brass if you want, wood, whatever. Don't use steel because the magnets stick to it, slows it down. This was 11 turns, and this was wound counterclockwise. Again, this stuff will be going over in the book on clockwise, counterclockwise, but they need to be twisted together. The easy way to do it is just wrap 2 wires around the coil, but you don't get the performance and other issues. So do not just wrap 2 wires, magnet wires, around to make your coil. You need to twist them together. It's a pain in the neck. You use a drill motor, and again, that information's gone over in the book, and John Bedini's got some YouTube videos out there too. You'll find them on my website, how to twist the wires, the coils. That's critical. Do this job right. You know, this whole thing is running off of 1 transistor, and it's got a couple diodes in here. One of the diodes is used to charge the battery. In fact, we're charging a 9-volt battery right now. Now, this is the voltage going in it. Yeah, see if you can get that. 5.17 volts. This is 53 milliamps. So we're going to do the math here. 0.055 milliamps times 5.17 volts. That's 280 milliwatts to charge this 9-volt battery, by the way. By the way, the 9-volt battery, it's sitting right now. Let's see if you can get a better shot of that. 8.58 volts. Okay? So we're using less voltage to start this and run this system than we're outputting here. Okay? That's another key feature of this. You can't do this old school. You need higher voltage to get a battery charged up than you've got. Okay, the other thing is the frequency. This is something John doesn't go over with. This is standard Tesla technology, getting the circuit into resonance. Right now it's about 61 cycles per second. And you see the scope value here. This is the voltage pulses going into the battery. What we're going to do, and the other thing you need to have on here, in fact we'll show on the circuit, this is the R1 is a variable pot. This needs to be 1K, 10 turns. Not 1 turn, 10 turns. You can do fine tune. R2 calls for with 220 ohms to 1.5K. We go on to 100 ohms even, up to 3.3. That way you can change the voltage. Different voltages there. We're only running 5 volts into this circuit. We're charging dry cells, which you cannot do with old school chargers. You overheat these things and blow them up, burn them up. It's very difficult to do, with a current. We pulse them with a high voltage pulse. Now this is R2 again. R2, we have a variable, this is a rotary switch, so we have different size resistors from 100 to 300 or 3300 ohms. Different voltages require different resistance on the base current of the transistor. That's all key to tuning this thing and also getting into resonance. When you get into resonance, you're basically going to get more power out of here than you would without resonance. You can see the frequency. We're going to slow down this. We're going to shut the switch off for a second and just slow down the rotor. You can hear it slow down a bit to get the, and you can see the frequency is going to increase there. We want to get it here. It's almost double. Well, I went back up. There, we slowed down a little longer. You see the voltage or the spikes are increasing. They're almost double what it was before. Okay. And you're going to notice the voltage usually will go up a bit, and you might draw less amperage here. It depends on the tune. You got to tune it to get all these parameters right. You see it picked up speed again, which means you're going to have to adjust this pot over here a little bit. It's got too much base current going through it, so we're going to slow down again, and maybe this time it'll stay there. It's almost double right there. You can see the pulses increased, doubled, almost doubled. You can hear the motors running slower. The pulse generator running slower. And this is the current of the voltage of the battery, 8.63. Again, this is stable. It's it's even lower. It was 0.53. This is the power supply right here. You can find these. In fact, this was a 5.1 volts at 2 amps. This was running a I believe it was a external hard drive for a computer. So we power this thing up with that. You can run a 6-volt battery, run a charge a 9-volt, 6-volt, charge a 12-volt. You have to have the right voltage to keep this thing running. Again, that's dependent on your adjustment of your pot here for R1 and R2 over here. This is a one trigger coil and one power coil. Some of the bigger ones you can charge car batteries. You get enough, you can charge a lot of car batteries at one time. You have to get bigger and bigger circuits. That's all, again, you're going to cover that in the books. You need to get at least the beginner book for this one here. And have some fun. Let me know how it works out. You got any questions? Give me a call. Give me an email. All right, there you have it.